Again. We are going to make today some gluten-free muffins. We always have an abundance of bananas in this house, and that is because I like to have a lot of extra bananas that are almost going bad because they make the best banana bread, these gluten-free muffins. I take them, peel them, take them out and put them in baggies for smoothies. We always have a lot of bananas left over by the end of the week that need to be used up. So we are going to make gluten-free, sugar-free muffins today. I'm going to give you the base, and then you can throw other ingredients in, and then I will decide which ones I'm going to make today. So it starts with 3 or 4 really ripe bananas. Depending on how big your bananas are. So I think I'm going to do 3 because they're fairly large. And that one I'll put in the freezer for my smoothies. These will go in the composter. So you just want to mash that with your fork till it's creamy. To that, we're going to add 1 egg. A 1/4 cup of honey, so that's where we get our sweetness from. It's organic honey that I use. Okay, so this is 1 1/2 cups of ground oats, and this is a cup of oats. So I just take a big bag of gluten-free oats, put it in my blender, and I blend it up, and that makes oat flour. So 1 1/2 cups of oat flour, 1 cup of just plain oats. They're gluten-free as well. You wouldn't have to make this gluten-free. You could just use normal oats. Most oats are gluten-free, but I always buy the ones that say they are, just to make sure. Baking powder is 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder. And 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. And 1 cup of milk. So you mix that around. And that is your muffin base. So you could bake them just like that. You could add blueberries. You could add cinnamon and chopped up apple. Whatever you want. Today I'm going to make double chocolate. So what you want to do after you get everything mixed up, if you were just going to bake it like this, you let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes. That will absorb the oats and make it a thicker batter. But right now I am going to add some unsweetened cocoa powder. Just a 1/4 cup, but I'm just going to add it with my tablespoon. 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. And I can get them. These are gluten-free chocolate chips. And I get them, I don't think there's any sugar added to them either. I get them in the health food area of the grocery store. They're with all the gluten-free baking stuff. I'm gonna put 3/4 of a cup of chocolate chips in there. Mix that all up. Then I'll let it sit for 5 minutes. Let it absorb into those oats. And then we'll scoop them in to our muffin liners. And they go in the oven, 350 for 15 to 20 minutes. There we go, we have them all filled. I just used a large ice cream scoop. Put a scoop in each muffin liner. It made 18. We'll put them in again, the oven, 350 for 15 to 20 minutes, just depends. You just want to touch the center, and if it springs back up, you know it's done, or put a toothpick in if it comes clean. But if it feels a little smushy still, it's not quite cooked. So they're quick, easy, delicious. They get me through the cravings that I so desperately have. They're a good mid-morning snack or afternoon snack when you need a little pick-me-up with a little bit of sweetness. So we will bake these off and we'll show you what they look like when they're finished. There we go. We have gluten-free, low, no sugar muffins all ready. They last in the fridge I put them in the fridge, don't just leave them on the counter because they do have a lot of moisture in them. So in the fridge for about a week, and you can freeze them up to 6 months. I just put them in a large freezer bag and then just take one out, pop it on the counter, about 20 minutes it's thawed, and you have a nice treat. So thank you for watching.
Please like, subscribe, and put those notifications on.